2-7. Milwaukee, a much better home team than road this regular season. Does the series turn in game 3, or is it more Indiana? Here we go from PACERS Forum.
You were 100% correct on that.
So an early personal on Giannis, and now an early one on Brook Lopez.
And that's not the start Doc Rivers wanted to see from his team, because it takes away the aggressiveness of
the weak side rebound. Here comes Giannis, who's been terrific through the first 2 games. Off one leg, yeah. Talking about Giannis. Here's Nembhard. Draws 2, out to Turner. 3 to shoot. Turner drives in. That time, Antetokounmpo blocked him cleanly. Here comes Giannis storming in for the finish. Rebound, Trent. Antetokounmpo draws 2. Trent will fire. And tip from rings out. Turner the offensive rebound. Lost the handle, threw it away. Here comes Trent. Trent waits and finishes.
Couldn't give but so much resistance to Giannis getting downhill.
Halliburton into the teeth of the D. Back out. Guarded by Kuzma. Halliburton pulls and knocks it down.
He'll be back. He's not making any excuses, but he did acknowledge the more games that he can get under his belt, the closer he'll be back to his fullest form. Because it was just Sunday this last week that he was able to go up and down the court.
Another good look. Here comes Trent back to Lillard. Bobby Portis in along with A.J. Green off the bench. Antetokounmpo center of the gives it up. Out there with McConnell, Porter, Bryant, and Neesmith. Toppin got grabbed on the jersey, lays it in, count it. Rebound volleyed around into the lap of McConnell. Springing ahead, the crossover dish. Mathurin gonna attack this time and finish at the cup. Green being ridden by Siakam. Portis can't hit. Sims the O-board. Green wide open look. He's good. Lillard a deep one. Back ironing off. McConnell flags down the board. Here's Mathurin storming in for the bucket. Held to 26 tonight as Green short on that 3. Siakam scrapes up the rebound. Halliburton starts the second on the bench. Siakam connects on him.
Coming to a bit of a stall with their superstars on the bench.
Halliburton still sitting for Indiana, just his normal rotation here at the start of the second. Portis patient.
On McConnell, ask him to shoot that, dare him to knock one down. You maybe retreat out there a little more quickly if he makes one, but at first you force him to shoot that.
Siakam, Mathurin, fakes the 3, slides in and finishes. Here's Nembhard. Giannis back in. Trent harassing.
So Giannis back in the zone once again defensively for the Bucks.
Neesmith able to fire. Can't hit. Milwaukee now 3, making Indiana now 3 of 18.
But Indiana doing a great job of putting the Bucks in rotation, forcing them to have to guard multiple actions and getting quality looks. Rick Carlisle will take those.
Lopez eyes the shot clock, 8 on it. Kuzma plows ahead and finishes.
Difference, and really the difference right now is Dame unable to truly get going from the field. That's who they rely on when Giannis is on the bench. And right now, Dame on the bench as the Bucks go back. Whoa.
Looked like Giannis traveled, turned it over anyway. Turner has position on the interior and finishes.
Much better team when he is facilitating, when everyone is getting their opportunities on the offensive end. If you force Halliburton to just be a scorer, that's not the way that he wants to play.
Halliburton can do that as well. Even the right knee appears to be okay.
Who's going after loose ball? Slipped in a wet spot. Actually dove a second time, but that one unintentional.
Into the corner, Trent's 3 is up his 3rd personal. Kuzma gets denied by Turner, averaging 3 blocks a game in this series. In the corner, Nembhard.
Last year, the 76 or the 78 that he played this season, he has in fact been a steady catalyst for this Pacers squad.
No question, Monica, as Lillard misses. Lopez the rebound. Kuzma soars. Lyle used to describe the presence of Siakam. Also talked about the value of his experience. Giannis off the steal. Nembhard tips it. Trent, you bet! Start this year. We went 5-10 without him. He totally changes our team on both ends of the floor.
I'm sorry, you had me at Rick Carlisle and Jenny Boucek.
7. Neesmith connects. Able to keep it in bounds. Porter tiptoeing. Green snakes inside, pops it in the air. Giannis.
How about Smith? Rick Carlisle's going to keep Mathurin in the game. He had Ben Shepherd up to check in, but going to keep Mathurin in the game even after the technical foul.
Spacing got jumbled there. Topping. Oh, wow. Milwaukee was down 12 earlier this quarter. They now lead by 8. Trent, catch, fire. You bet! Oh, Doc Rivers. We'll see if his voice makes it through the fourth. Lillard starting this fourth. Cut it!
The sidestep 3-ball as if he had never had any struggles before.
McConnell can't push it in. And Lillard out there right now without Trent, without Giannis to begin this fourth. Green in the corner. He got it.
Pursuing that rebound as Nembhard was coming in looking for an offensive opportunity to grab that one and put it right back in.
And everybody else had vacated.
Yeah, almost as though there had been a shot Celtics. But we saw Orlando do this in their series against Cleveland last year.
Trent on the steal. Here's Giannis. Trent wide open.
In guarding Aaron Neesmith, Dame has been much maligned throughout his career oftentimes for not being the defender that many people would have wanted him to be, but he hasn't been scoring and has brought it in so many
rounds. And has also caught plenty of boos from the crowd here.
And looking like Rick Carlisle is going to wave the white flag on this one is Johnny Furphy.
Trent again!
Soon.
Giannis sending everyone through. 5 to shoot. Giannis pull up. Short. Trent was open. Green will fire. Why not?
Knocking down back-to-back threes as he and Gary Trent Jr. exchanged it. Just a look between the two.
Rick Carlisle empties the bench.
Uh-oh, you got to find Trent right here. This is the spot.
Giannis instead to the rack.
Well, you know, Pat knows a little bit about catching.
Hey, he does.
He's thrown to a few of them.
Yes, he has. Drafted as a pitcher. Little shovel, Jericho
mid-season.
Shot clock turned off. Milwaukee can dribble this one out. The Bucks are on the board in the 2025 NBA playoffs. Milwaukee takes game 3. Giannis and Gary Trent Jr., the first Bucks duo with 35 apiece in a playoff game in franchise history. Each finished with 37, 9 threes from Gary Trent Jr. And Milwaukee outscores Indiana 70-44 in the second half.
And you know how impressive that is in this organization, an organization that had Lou Alcindor and Oscar Robertson together, an organization that had the big dog, Ben Roberts, and Ray Allen together. For this to be the first duo to ever do it, that is extremely impressive.
Middleton, Holiday with Giannis, and yet it's this duo. And here's our updated bracket. Orlando and Milwaukee both get on the board with wins tonight.